Hey all, welcome to Share Trek. This is Raj here. Friends, today I'm making this video to give you a glimpse of what is likely to happen in the next 45 days, projects that I'm working on for our HIV community. You have all come to rely on Share Trek for information on HIV, especially when it comes to clinical trial for new therapies. I've also included in our programming an update on existing therapies. That's how I'm covering Gilead right now. The therapies that they have already got in the market, what is the price, what is the dosage, general information about that from a US perspective, because it's difficult to find what's happening in other parts of the world. The other type of programming I do is a motivation related program where mostly I do that on the Indian channel in regional language out there, Hindi. But I have done a few motivational videos out here, and also I have on our community section a lot of motivational images with sayings out there, which are kind of my way of encouraging each and every one of you who is having the challenge of HIV. So apart from that, we are also talking about, as I mentioned, clinical trial, and occasionally we also get someone whom we can interview from the industry who knows how their therapy is working. Most notable is American Gene Therapies, and it's now become AdImmune, and Jeff Galvin, CEO of AdImmune and AGT, has been very kind to our channel and has appeared on our channel multiple times, and he has given updates on what's happening out there, and I hope we continue to have his support going forward. And I'm also working on getting interview from Excision Bio. I already have done a few features on EBT 101 and explained how it works, but I do have a few questions on the edits, whether EBT 101 edits out the GP 120 area as I claimed. So I've sent those questions off to Excision Bio, their communication wing, and they have been prompt to respond to us. And they have mentioned that they would get back very quickly. I've also asked them for someone from Excision whom I can interview and get more details on their data release and their interpretation. So I did a follow-up today because last week I had written to them, and they were prompt to respond, and now I've followed up today. Hopefully in the next couple of days we should hear from them, and that will be another bit of information that I can provide you. Friends, we have 2 members in Patreon, and on the Hindi channel side we have around 11 members, YouTube members. These are the people who are funding the HIV initiative in this channel. Based on that, I have created a new website called sharetrek.com. You guys should visit the website and have a look. Right now, it only showcases the various videos that I have done there, but I'm going to be putting essays in there, which will be news articles on HIV and also on genomics. So there'll be various sections out there. It's in progress. And if any of you wants to contribute any articles into the website, it's most welcome. Please send it to me. And friends, we have also got a new email address based on the funding from these sources. It's raj@sharetrek.com. The combination of this, raj@sharetrek.com, and the website sharetrek.com is giving us response from various institutions that we are approaching. We never used to get that before. So that's another positive, and thanks to the support of the Patreons and the Hindi channel members. Out here, I haven't had as much uptake for Patreon. In the last 3 or 4 months, we have had only 2 Patreons, and they have been supporting us. I was looking forward to more Patreons, but that has not happened from the HIV side. So the question to you, my friends, is would you prefer to have YouTube membership and rather than Patreon? Please put that in the comments, and I will do the needful for you. And in terms of programming that's upfront for us going ahead, I'm going to be talking about a therapy called as ASC22, which is in clinical trials, and I'll be giving you details on how it works, who is doing this, and where has it reached in terms of progression along the clinical trial path. And I'm also going to be talking about a dual CAR-T therapy for HIV targeting GP120, which has demonstrated a whole lot of promise. I think I heard about it earliest on, somewhere May 2023 is when I first heard about it. I'm going to make a video. And of course, friends, when I make a video on these therapies, it's not something like it happens in a minute. I need to study it, and I'm not a scientist, so I need to understand every building block of knowledge that leads to an understanding of how the therapy works. And then I have to convert that into simple terms and explain it in the video. So it's a long process, and I'm working on these multiple projects simultaneously, and I'll be bringing them across to you. And as I mentioned, Excision guys are going to get back to us, so that's another update for you. I've also been in touch with technology journalist whose articles I refer to many times in order to make the videos that we do here. And she has agreed to come for an interview at the end of August. I've sent her a bunch of questions, and this is all around Cabenua. So our viewers around the world, especially people in India, Nepal, Africa, Middle East, all of those people find it very interesting because this is going to involve things around Cabenua and Weave's sub-licensing of Cabenua to Cipla, Aurobindo Pharma, and other companies, so that it can be available in generic version in a less expensive manner for people of Africa, India, and other countries in that region, EMEA region. So that's also in the works. But that interview is likely to happen in end of August because the journalist is busy right now with multiple assignments, but she has gracefully agreed to give us 15 or 20 minutes for this discussion. I've already sent all my questions so that it's easier for her to prepare and join us. So that's another thing that's happening in the channel. And I'm also in touch with a friend of mine. He's a classmate. We studied together in Mumbai when I was doing my graduation in Bachelor's of Commerce. And we have been very close friends. And I was speaking to him recently about how the channel is growing and what I am doing. And I mentioned to him that I was having challenges reaching out to Indian pharmaceutical companies and all that for interviews regarding the generic version of Cabenua. So he just asked me what are the companies that I'm talking about. When I mentioned Cipla, he said that he has got contacts at senior levels in Cipla, and he will try to reach out to them so that they can give us one of their contacts for interview. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and if that works out, then the audiences in Africa and India and that region would really benefit, because Cipla manufactures for both Africa and India and the immediate region. So we're going to be talking about generic Cabenua. So that's another focus on non-G7 countries where HIV patients are looking for subsidized generic latest cure for HIV. So that's another focus that I have there. And of course, friends, I would like to also give an idea to everybody across the world of all the medicines that are available, whether or not it is available in that area, so that they can look forward to the next generation of therapies that are likely to come to them. And they can also pressurize their local representatives or government to bring those therapies to them. So knowledge is power in this case. That's the reason why I'm covering Gilead and all their therapies that are already approved by FDA and available in the US, but not available elsewhere. I've done 2 videos on that already. The first one spoke about 6 of their 12 therapies. The second one spoke about the remaining 6 of their 12 FDA approved therapies. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about 14 of their pipeline therapies in their pipeline for HIV in various stages of clinical trials and preclinical trials. So that's in the works. And that's going to be the third part of the Gilead trilogy. I'll be doing something similar with other companies which already have FDA-approved medicines in the market in the US. And when I do these coverage of existing therapies, I'm talking about the name of the therapy, how it works in general at a high level, and then I talk about the dosage, and I talk about the cost. Once this trilogy is over, then I'll take each of those medicine and talk in detail about how it works in the body, so that you have a better understanding of the mechanics behind how those therapies control HIV, either individually by themselves or in combination with other medicines. So those are the plans. That's the steady ongoing cadence. In the absence of any other information, those will happen. The Gilead coverage will happen. But whenever there is news and new items, and if I have completed my studies around the dual CAR T therapy, then that video would come in. So that's the plan for the channel going forward. So that's what I'm working on. And I would like to acknowledge each and every one of you for increasing the subscriber count. We are coming very close to 5,000. And my plan was that as soon as we touch 5,000, I would separate out the HIV English components and create a separate channel where we'll release all the HIV English components. And friends, I would like your feedback, the comment section, whether you think that's a good idea and you would prefer that. And will that make you more inclined to become a Patreon or a channel member and support the channel in a monetary manner? So that's the other question I would like to ask you. And if you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe, because we want to touch the 5,000 mark as soon as possible. And your subscription would be something that will push us in that direction. And I'll also like to take this opportunity to thank the 2 Patreons we have, Howard and Jason, who have single-handedly been sponsoring this channel, and the 11 YouTube Hindi HIV members who have been funding all the programs in this channel. So friends, before we end the video today, I have one important question for you. Would you consider becoming a member of the channel and financially supporting this channel if I turn on the YouTube membership? I'm asking this question because we have had Patreon facility open for the last 4 months, and we have got just 2 Patreons out there. So there is some reason why you have not yet joined Patreon to support this channel. And I'm thinking that possibly it is because you're waiting for the YouTube membership. And the reason why I have not turned on the YouTube membership out here is because this channel also has genomic investment viewers, and it will be very confusing if they also join the membership and you also join the membership. It will be difficult for me to provide you focused special inputs. And that's why I'm asking this question. I would prefer that you join our Patreon. But if you can't, are you waiting for YouTube membership to be switched on? Please put that in the comment and let me know what you're thinking about it. With that, I would like to end this video here. And thanks a lot and have a great day. Bye for now.